Hi guys! Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to Corregidor Island. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell to get updates on my new uploads. It's a 3-hour ride going to Bataan. We use a shuttle from the travel agency to get to the port. Boat ride going to Corregidor Island. Welcome to Corregidor Island. The island is shaped like a tadpole and covers an area of about 9 square kilometers. It is divided into 4 parts: top side, middle side, bottom side, and tail end. Each area has historical landmarks such as old barracks, batteries, memorials, and tunnels. Corregidor Island, also known as the Rock, is located at the entrance of Manila Bay. It played an important role in Philippine history, especially during World War II. The island served as a military fortress for the Americans and Filipinos who fought bravely against Japanese forces. Corregidoran. Corregidor was used as a signal station and fortress to guard the entrance to Manila Bay when the Americans took control of the Philippines. They developed Corregidor into a strong military base, building tunnels, batteries, and coastal defenses to protect the country from attacks. Corregidor became most famous during World War II. In 1942, it was the last stronghold of the combined Filipino and American troops who fought bravely against the Japanese invasion. The Malinta Tunnel served as a shelter, command center, and hospital during the intense bombing. After months of battle, the island fell to the Japanese, but it was later liberated by the Allied forces in 1945. The middle side barracks are part of Corregidor Island's historic military installations, located in the central area of the island, known as Middle Side. These barracks were once used to house Filipino and American soldiers who defended the island, especially during World War II. Battery Way is one of the most important coastal defense batteries on Corregidor Island. Located on the topside area, it was named after Major General Way, and it was built by the Americans to protect Manila Bay from enemy naval attacks. Was equipped with 12-inch disappearing guns, which were large coastal cannons designed to fire at enemy ships and then retract behind protective walls to avoid counterfire. During World War II, Battery Way played a crucial role in defending the island and Manila Bay, although it eventually came under heavy Japanese attack. Battery Way stands as partially preserved ruins, with the gun emplacements, platforms, and some walls still visible.
We are now under 8 feet thick of solid concrete on top of us now. So there's an air ventilation shaft. Left and right side to cool the area. Okay, this one. There's another room here. Again, this is where they secure their gunpowder. Later, on our way down, I'll show you the counterpart of Battery Way, which is Battery Giri. On that Battery Giri, they had 8 mortars. That's the most effective guns they had here in Corregidor. On that Battery Giri, where they secured their gunpowder, 40 tons of gunpowder hit by the Japanese exploded, making those mortars blow away like matchsticks. Later, I'll show you Battery Giri. Okay, those way. Now there are some rooms here to the left side. On the middle, you can still see the original writings, communication.
workshop where soldiers repair and maintain weapons, artillery parts, vehicles, and other military equipment needed for the island's defense. Battery Hearn is one of the largest and most iconic gun batteries on Corregidor Island. Built by the Americans in the early 1920s, it was designed to defend Manila Bay from enemy ships. The battery was equipped with a massive 12-inch seacoast gun mounted on a long-range turret, allowing it to fire shells up to 17 miles away. During World War II, Battery Hurt played a major role as Corregidor came under heavy Japanese attack. Although the battery was originally meant for coastal defense, the gun was forced to fire inland when the Japanese advanced from Bataan. The structure suffered intense bombings, and the gun was eventually disabled during them. QMC detachment barracks refers to the quarters used by the Quartermaster Corps' QMC soldiers stationed on Corregidor before and during World War II. The Quartermaster Corps was responsible for providing essential supplies such as food, clothing, fuel, ammunition, and equipment to the troops defending the island. Barracks is one of the most famous structures on Corregidor Island. Despite the nickname, it isn't actually a mile long, but it earned the name because of its impressive size. This massive, three-story concrete building was used as the barracks for American soldiers, especially those belonging to the Philippine Scouts and U.S. Army units stationed on the island. Built during the American period, the long barracks served as living quarters, offices, and storage areas for thousands of troops who defended Corregidor. Its strong concrete design was meant to withstand heavy weather and attacks, but during World War II, the building was heavily bombed by Japanese forces. The repeated airstrikes shattered the roof and walls, leaving only the skeleton of the structure behind. Today, the long barracks stand as dramatic war ruins, with long rows of pillars and broken concrete stretching across the hilltop near the parade ground. The ruins serve as a powerful reminder of the intense battles fought on Corregidor and the everyday lives of the soldiers who stayed there. The theater on Corregidor, known as CNE Corregidor, was the island's main entertainment and recreation building during the American period. It served as a movie house and performance venue for the soldiers, officers, and families living on the island. Here, they watched films, enjoyed stage shows, and took a break from the duties of military life. The BOQ, or Bachelor Officers' Quarters, was the residence for unmarried American and Filipino officers stationed on Corregidor Island before and during World War II. This building was designed to provide comfortable living spaces for officers, complete with rooms, common areas, and offices. Compared to regular soldiers' barracks, the BOC was more spacious and offered better facilities because it was intended for high-ranking personnel. During the war, the BOQ was heavily bombed as Japanese forces targeted key military structures on the island. The repeated airstrikes destroyed large sections of the building, leaving behind only its concrete framework. Today, the BOC stands in ruins with broken walls, collapsed roofs, and overgrown surroundings, showing the extent of the destruction it endured. Despite the damage, visitors can still recognize the layout of the quarters and imagine how military officers lived before the island fell in 1942. The ruins of the BOC serve as another reminder of Corregidor's intense wartime history and the everyday lives that were disrupted by the conflict. The view deck is located at the tail end of Corregidor Island, the narrow tip that stretches into Manila Bay. This spot offers one of the best panoramic views of the island, the surrounding waters, and even glimpses of Bataan and Cavite on clear days. The Pacific War Memorial Complex is a solemn area on Corregidor Island dedicated to honoring the Filipino and American soldiers who fought and sacrificed their lives during World War II, particularly during the Battle of Corregidor in 1942. It serves as a place of remembrance, reflection, and education about the island's crucial role in the Pacific War. The Flame of Freedom is a striking monument located within the Pacific War Memorial Complex on Corregidor Island. It stands as a symbol of the enduring bravery, resilience, and sacrifice of the Filipino and American soldiers who fought together during World War II. Pacific War Memorial plaques and markers, listing names of fallen soldiers and commemorating key battles that took place on the island. The Dome of Valor is one of the key structures within the Pacific War Memorial on Corregidor Island. It was built by the United States in the 1960s to honor the Filipino and American soldiers who fought side by side during World War II. The dome is a large, circular open-air structure made of white concrete, symbolizing peace, unity, and sacrifice. Inside, there is a central opening at the top of the dome. Every year, on May 6th, the anniversary of the fall of Corregidor, a beam of sunlight passes directly through this opening and shines onto a marble altar below. This design represents light, hope, and remembrance for the heroes who defended the island in 1942. The Pacific War Memorial Museum is part of the Pacific War Memorial Complex on Corregidor Island. It is dedicated to preserving and displaying artifacts, photographs, documents, and memorabilia related to the Filipino and American soldiers who fought during World War II, particularly during the Battle of Corregidor in 1942. Inside the museum, visitors can see weapons, uniforms, and personal items used by soldiers, maps and battle plans that show how the island was defended and attacked, photographs, and documents capturing life on Corregidor before, during, and after the war. Historical exhibits explaining the construction of the island's fortifications, tunnels, and batteries. The museum provides a detailed educational experience, helping visitors understand the strategies, hardships, and heroism of the defenders of Corregidor. It also emphasizes the importance of remembering the sacrifices made for freedom. Post headquarters was the main administrative building on Corregidor Island during the American period and World War II, as a central hub of the island's military operations. It served as a command center where officers coordinated defenses, planned strategies, and managed day-to-day activities for the troops stationed on the island. Corregidor Lighthouse is one of the most iconic landmarks on Corregidor Island. Built by the Spanish in 1853 and later reconstructed by the Americans, it served as a navigational aid for ships entering Manila Bay, guiding vessels safely through the narrow channels and rocky shores. One of the coastal defense batteries built by the Americans on Corregidor Island to protect Manila Bay. It was equipped with 12-inch disappearing guns, designed to fire at enemy ships and then retract behind protective concrete walls to avoid counterattacks. The battery was named in honor of an American military officer and formed part of the island's network of fortifications alongside Battery Hearn, Battery Way, and others. During World War II, Battery Crockett was actively used to defend the island, though it eventually came under heavy Japanese bombing. By the Americans on Corregidor Island. It was constructed to protect Manila Bay from naval attacks and was part of the island's defensive network alongside Battery Hearn, Battery Way, and Battery Crockett. Equipped with large caliber artillery guns, Battery Geary allows soldiers to fire at enemy ships from a safe, fortified position. The design of the battery included reinforced concrete walls and gun platforms to withstand heavy bombardment. During World War II, Battery Geary, like the other batteries on the island, was actively used to defend against Japanese forces, though it eventually sustained heavy damage from aerial and naval attacks. Heroes Memorial is a solemn monument on Corregidor Island dedicated to honoring the Filipino soldiers and civilians who fought bravely during World War II, particularly during the Battle of Corregidor in 1942. It recognizes the courage, resilience, and sacrifice of those who defended the Philippines against overwhelming odds. The memorial features plaques, inscriptions, and symbolic structures that commemorate the lives lost and the bravery displayed during the island's defense. Unlike the Pacific War Memorial, which emphasizes both Filipino and American soldiers. The Filipino Heroes Memorial specifically highlights the contributions of Filipino troops and local defenders, reminding visitors of their central role in the fight for freedom. At the heart of the Filipino Heroes Memorial, you'll find a simple yet powerful symbol, a rifle planted into the ground with a soldier's helmet resting on top. This iconic battlefield marker represents a fallen soldier, a universal tribute used across many war memorials to honor those who never returned home. The rifle, standing upright with its bayonet planted into the earth, symbolizes a soldier's final post, a reminder that their duty has ended. The helmet placed on top represents the identity and sacrifice of the hero who wore it. Together, they form a silent tribute to the Filipino soldiers and guerrillas who fought with courage during World War II, especially in the defense of Corregidor. The Japanese Memorial Garden is a peaceful and solemn site on Corregidor Island dedicated to honoring the Japanese soldiers who lost their lives during World War II, built through the efforts of the Japanese government and private organizations. The garden represents a gesture of reconciliation, remembrance, and healing between Japan and the Philippines after the war. The Memorial Garden features a central shrine and altar where visitors can offer prayers or incense in memory of the fallen. Beautiful landscapes surrounding, including stone pathways, shaded trees, and manicured gardens that create a calm and reflective atmosphere. Traditional Japanese elements, such as stone lanterns, commemorative tablets, and symbolic markers that honor Japanese soldiers who fought on the island. Views overlooking the sea and nearby cliffs, offering a serene backdrop that contrasts the brutal battles once fought here. The garden stands near the eastern part of the island, in an area where heavy fighting occurred during the Battle of Corregidor. Today, it serves not only as a memorial for Japanese soldiers, but also as a symbol of peace and friendship among nations once at war. The tunnel is the most famous landmark on Corregidor Island and one of the most important structures of World War II in the Philippines. Built by the Americans in the 1920s and completed in 1932, the tunnel served as a bomb-proof headquarters, supply depot, and hospital during the war.
So there are some statues or before, way back that was 1987, when Corridor Foundation established. They formed a light and sound show here inside the Manita Tunnel. It was done by our late national artist Lamberto Abellana. That is a 30 minutes presentation right inside the tunnel. What happened during the war? Before entering the tunnel, before you have to purchase the ticket for that light and sound show. So most of the maintenance of the island, and also at the end, this lateral is connected to the underground hospital straight ahead. So those doctors and nurses can easily monitoring his condition. They sent them here inside this Malinta tunnel. That was December 24, 1940. Okay, next lateral. You'll find here some typewriters, office tables, mic stands. So this represents that there was a offices and headquarters here inside the Malinta tunnel. But originally, going inside, there are still more tunnel branching. Now, one lateral here to the south.
Lucas, the other side.
So still the original lateral unit was the effect of the explosions happened here inside the tunnel. Now, this lateral was intended for General George Moore's headquarters. This was intended for General Douglas MacArthur's headquarters, living quarters.
Lucas, don't touch it.
during
It's
the war.
dirty.
Remember, before he went to Australia, he was coming from this tunnel here. So literally, they called it dugout dog. So again, they called it 1,000 bed hospital, the second lateral. 10 more beds to complete the 1,000 bed hospital. Not enough doctors and nurses. For the record, they had 80 female American nurses and 20 Filipino aides who served inside the hospital. This is now MacArthur to the left side and General Wainwright to the right side. This is before MacArthur left the Philippines or before he left the island. He summoned Wainwright coming from Bataan Peninsula to pass the command of the USAPET. And he promised Wainwright that he will be promoting to Lieutenant General when MacArthur came back here in the Philippines, if Wainwright was still alive. But you see those USAPE or Filipino American soldiers, they were playing cards, drinking liquors, dancing. Imagine now, this is the day before they surrendered. For me, this would be their last supper also here in Corregidor. Next slide. General Wainwright, he don't have a choice but to surrender to the Japanese without any reinforcement. So we were under the Japanese for almost 3 years. 2 months short of 3 years. From May 6, 1942 up to March 2, 1945. So they utilized this Malinta tunnel for their 3 years here in Corregidor Island. Last one. This is now the paratrooper General George Jones. This is MacArthur. This happens on a flag raising ceremony on the topside flagpole.
For today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell to get updates on my new uploads. Thanks for watching. See you on my next video.